Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to another set of Team of the Week predictions. Obviously this week it is week 26. I predicted the games from Wednesday to Sunday, so obviously this is Monday morning. There are games happening tonight, but in order for me to get these predictions out nice and early for you, I might have to miss some of those potential informs that could be happening there. But as always, if there's informs you think I've missed that have happened on games after I've done the video, let me know and I'll see if I can release a little cheeky card of theirs on Twitter, so make sure you go follow me on Twitter. But without further ado, we're gonna get into these predictions. I found this week really hard, that it just seemed like all of the players having good games were playing in the same position, so it was really hard to kind of find a squad of people, and hopefully I've done it a bit of justice. But again, I'm a team of one. Give me a chance, but also, like I said, please just, be honest with me, and if there's a player you think I've missed, talk to me about it, because I'm happy to discuss that with you guys. But let's get into my thoughts on a week 26 list of informs. Okay, so straight off the bat, goalkeeper was one I struggled with. I got the goalkeeper wrong really badly last week. I got 10 players right in last week's one, which is pretty good going. However, I obviously really overlooked Edison. A lot of people were telling me I got Edison wrong last week, and then I did get Edison wrong. He got an inform. So this week, I've looked a little bit closer to home than I did last time, and I've gone with Petr Cech. Now, he got a clean sheet, this was yesterday, and he saved a penalty against Watford. So I think that's a pretty good chance. It's a pretty good chance that he'll do that. Plus, he might even get a record breaker card because he got his 200th clean sheet in the Premier League. So I think an inform Cech is possible, so that's my prediction for the keeper. Okay, now on to the defence. Now the defence was one that I did actually struggle with quite a lot this week. I just struggled finding many defenders that seemed to play really well. But going from right to left, one defender I did find did a pretty good job was Serge Aurier, who got himself an assist and a goal yesterday in their away game to Bournemouth. So that's a good possible chance. I think he got a goal last time he got an upgrade, so I think this could be another possible, and it's actually quite nice to see what would potentially be a bit of a cheaper special right back, other than that Valencia, but could actually be usable as well. And next to him, I've gone with Jimenez from Atletico Madrid. He got himself an assist and a clean sheet in their 3-0 win this week, so it's a chance. I know that he had a decent game. Again, I just struggled finding people that had really good games at centre back, so I've gone with Jimenez, and I think actually it'll be a pretty nice looking card as well. And partnering him in the middle of the defence, probably the easiest choice I had in the defence this week would be Manolas. Now he got himself a goal, a clean sheet, and a man of the match performance for Roma this week, so I think he's probably quite a shoe-in to get an inform. Plus his inform tend to be quite expensive because of the pace he's got at centre back, so I think this Manolas card is going to be A, really good, but B, quite expensive. But C, I think it's actually quite likely to happen. And next to him at left back, a team that had an absolutely phenomenal week in a game that they always seem to score goals in, I've gone with David Alaba to get himself an inform at left back. He got himself an assist, plus he made a last man tackle partway through the game in their 6-0 win this week. So pretty sure it's safe to say you're going to see a couple of Bayern Munich players this week. However, I think this guy evidently had a very good game. Got himself a very high rating. He was nearly man of the match. There was one player who did pip him to the post, however. So I think Alaba is going to get himself an inform this week. Starting off in the midfield, another position that I struggled with a little bit, in the fact that I really had to look far and wide into leagues that I don't normally look into, or that I don't know much about. But this one it's a league obviously I do know. I've gone with Kondogbia to get himself an upgrade. I think his card would look really good if it does get this upgrade to what I predicted. He got himself 2 assists and a very good performance this week. So I think there's a chance. The midfield I did really struggle with, like I said, the defence. But I think that there's a chance Kondogbia could get himself an inform this week. Next to him, another man who got 2 assists is Nacho from CSKA Moscow. He got a man of the match performance and those 2 assists, as I said before, in the game this week. So again, there's a chance. It was tricky to kind of predict these because 2 assists, I don't know whether that necessarily qualifies, but things like getting a man of the match for it as well, quite possibly. He seemed to have a really good game. Him and Kondogbia had very similar games actually. The stats that they both had, like passing accuracy and sort of total passes and crosses and stuff, were fairly similar. So I think the two of them, if one of them gets in, it could kind of be both. And the last man in this middle three, I've gone with Heung-min Son. Now, he could either get a left mid or a cam. I know partway through the game he moved central, but he started off on the left, so I don't know which is going to be given to him. But I put the cam in because obviously I put him in the middle of the park on the inform list, so it could be either. I think he would definitely get an inform because he got himself 2 goals and a man of the match performance in the same game that Aurier got himself a goal and assist. So I think it's quite likely he's going to get in. I just don't know the position. I guessed cam, but it could be out wide. So Heung-min Son, I think, is quite a shoo-in for this team of the week. Up next, a highly anticipated inform, I think. I think a lot of people will be a little bit gutted it's not down the middle. However, a left mid inform Rashford, I think, is definitely on the cards. Got himself 2 goals and the man of the match in the Manchester United versus Liverpool game this week, which is always a big game. So to get yourself 2 goals and both those goals being the winning goals plus man of the match, I think is going to get him an inform. Plus, EA do like giving Man United special cards, so I think the Marcus Rashford is going to be a great card. That pace with a decent amount of finishing and shooting is going to be phenomenal. On the other side, a player who again had the very similar game is Dybala for Juventus. I think he played on the left wing in this game, so he got himself 2 goals and man of the match like Rashford did in a big game in the Calcio 8, and I think he is a shoo-in to get an inform because again, 2 goals and a man of the match performance, that's quite good going, and I think he's probably going to make his way into this team of the week. And last but not least, up front, it had to be him. He had to get one this week. David Alaba's teammate Lewandowski gets himself a hat-trick in their 6-0 win this week, and I think it's got to happen. He's got to get another inform. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be such a good card, and Lewandowski, I mean, Bayern Munich are in such good form right now. I think last week they got 2, it might have been 2 informs. I predicted a couple to maybe get in, but this week I've gone with quite a few to get in. So I think Lewandowski is going to get himself a team of the week in this team of the week. Okay, so that was the starting 11. I've now gone with the bench and reserves. I've got them in front of me because, as I said before, I can't remember this many players, stats and everything. But you'll see there is one extra player. I really struggled with narrowing it down this week, so I've been a little bit cheeky and thrown an extra player in. But let's get into these guys. Starting off, I've gone with Fabianski. He made about 7 or 8 saves in their game this week, plus they were down to 10 men. So to keep a clean sheet in a game like that, he's done very well. So I think he might get himself into team of the week. Then I've got Juanpe, who got a man of the match performance plus a clean sheet in there. I think it was a draw this week. I forgot to make a note of that, but he had a very good game. Then I'm going to butcher this. You've got Ignashevich, I think is how it's said. He got himself a man of the match performance, a clean sheet, and I think he scored as well. So I think he's going to be a good shout in for getting into the team of the week. And actually, despite the pace, not a bad looking card. Could do with a bit more physical, but not a bad looking card. Marco Marin got himself a goal and a man of the match performance in a 4-0 win for Olympiacos this week. I think he was away as well, so a good shout in there to possibly get himself an inform. Ribery is the last Bayern Munich player this week to potentially get himself an inform, getting 2 goals and the man of the match performance in this week. I put 2 goals. It might be 2 assists, actually. It might have been 2 goals. I think it is 2 goals. I might have made the notes wrong there, but I'm pretty sure he got 2 goals and the man of the match. So again, decent performance from himself. You've got Chris Wood from Burnley coming on, getting himself 2 goals and an assist off the bench, plus man of the match to get them a big win at West Ham. So, you know, being part of all 3 goals that they scored yesterday, sorry, I can't see him not getting into the team of the week. Plus a man who's got to get himself, if he's not in the starting lineup, he has to be on the bench, and that is Plea or however it's said. He got himself all 4 goals in their 4-0 win this week, plus he got man of the match, so definitely going to get an inform this week. I cannot see him not getting one. It's got to happen. Then you've got on the reserves, again, I'm probably butchering this, I think it's Ayew, maybe that's how it's said, centre mid card, 2 goals, 1 assist and a man of the match performance this week in the Dutch league, in the Eredivisie. I think they won 5-0, I think it was. I might be making that up, but they had a very good win. Then you've got Kennedy for Newcastle, getting himself 2 goals in their 3-0 win and the man of the match performance against Southampton. Big result for Newcastle, actually very big result. And to win 3-0, not what I predicted at all, so massive credit to them. Obviously massive credit to Kennedy as well. Next to them we have Adoma. I put him as a right mid. I think he actually played left mid, so if he does get an inform, I think it will be on that left hand side. but a humongous result in the Championship. Aston Villa winning 4-1 against top of the table Wolves. He got himself a goal, an assist and man of the match. Not looking forward to now playing them during the week. It's happening tomorrow. Now not looking forward to it at all. But big win, big result, and Adoma had a very good game. Next to him you can see Nkunku, I think is how it's said. He played on the left wing for PSG this week and got himself 2 goals and the man of the match in their 4-0, I think it was, win this week. So it might have been 5 actually, now I've said that. In their 5-0 win this week. He's a silver card. He looks to just be like, oh, is Neymar injured? Don't worry, boys, I can hold you out. And looks like he's quite possibly going to be doing that. So big result for them and a big game for Nkunku, so well done to him. Next to him we have Fran Sol, who got himself a hat-trick and man of the match performance this week. So 3 goals, I think, again, is normally a bit of a shoe-in to potentially get yourself a team of the week. Again, another silver card, so he's been buffed quite a lot. And the one player I saw very late on while I was doing this was Michy Batshuayi. He came on as a sub, got himself 2 goals and man of the match in a big win for them in the Bundesliga this week. So I couldn't really leave him out. I think his 86 card looks disgusting, and I think this 87 potential inform is going to be absolutely insane. So just a thought, it's only a possible, I don't obviously know, but that's my prediction. I couldn't leave him out. Okay, boys, so that is my prediction for the Team of the Week 26. Let's see if we can get at least 10 players right again like we did last week. And let me know in the comment section if there's anyone I've missed, if there's anyone you agree with or whatever, if you think I'm being harsh or I'm being too nice to somebody, I don't know. Just let me know, because again, the more kind of response I get from you guys, the more feedback I get. It does help me potentially in future weeks if there are things that I've missed to be like, well, actually this guy's going to get an inform because of this. It does help me. But for now, boys, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Leave a like, of course, if you have, and subscribe if you're new around here. But for now, boys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.